In today's video we will discuss what is a recession and how does it affect me. You don't want to miss this. Please make sure you subscribe to the Top 10 Jaw-Dropping Facts channel to stay updated with new videos. New videos are released every Monday through Friday. Number 10. Why are they called recessions? Because calling them depressions is too scary. No, really. After the Great Depression, a term once considered milder than panic or crisis, the term depression for an economic downturn seemed particularly terrifying. Economists began to use the term recession instead. Number 9. What constitutes an official recession? Someone has to be the official arbiter of recessions and recoveries, and the Business Cycle Dating Committee of the National Bureau of Economic Research (NBR) is that someone. Although 2 quarters of consecutive GDP contraction is the standard shorthand for a recession, the NBR actually uses many indicators to determine the start and end of a recession. In fact, GDP is not the committee's favorite indicator, it prefers indicators of domestic production and employment instead. Other signs of recession include declines in real, inflation-adjusted, manufacturing and wholesale retail trade sales and industrial production. Number 8. How long do recessions typically last? The average length of recessions going all the way back to 1857 is less than 17.5 months. Recessions actually have been shorter and less severe since the days of the Buchanan administration. The long-term average includes the 1873 recession, a kidney stone of a downturn that lasted 65 months. It also includes the Great Depression, which lasted 43 months. Number 7. How often do recessions happen? Again, since 1857, a recession has occurred, on average, about every 3¼ years. It used to be the government felt that letting recessions burn themselves out was the best solution for everyone concerned. Since World War II, we've gone an average of 58.4 months between recessions, or nearly 5 years. Number 6. When was the harshest recession? The recession of 1873 was actually known as the Great Depression until the 1929 recession rolled in. The recession started with a financial panic in 1873 with the failure of J. Cook & Company, a major bank. The event caused a chain reaction of bank failures across the country and the collapse of a bubble in railroad stocks. The New York Stock Exchange shut down for 10 days in response. The recession lasted until 1877. Number 5. What's the worst effect of a recession? An old economist joke is that a recession is when someone else loses their job, and a depression is when you lose your job. Your job is your main source of income, and that's why it's important to have a few months' salary in cash as an emergency fund, especially since jobs are increasingly hard to come by in a recession. Number 4. When is the best time to buy stocks in a recession? Historically, the best time to buy stocks is when the NBR announces the start of a recession. It takes the Bureau at least 6 months to determine if a recession has started. Occasionally, it takes longer. The average post-World War II recession lasts 11.1 months. Often, by the time the Bureau has figured out the start of the recession, it's close to the end. Many times, investors anticipate the beginning of a recovery. Number 3. What's the best thing to do with your money during a recession? Pay off your credit card debt. Here's why: paying off a credit card that charges 18% interest is the rough equivalent of getting an 18% return on your investment, and you're not going to get that from most other investments during a recession. That said, bond prices typically rise in value during a recession, provided the recession isn't sparked by rising interest rates. Number 2. What is the best early warning sign of a recession? More than the stock market, consumer confidence, or the index of leading economic indicators, an inverted yield curve has been a solid predictor of economic downturns. Number 1. Does the Federal Reserve cause recessions? Officially, the Fed never wants to start a recession, because part of its dual mandate is to keep the economy strong. Unfortunately, the other part of the Fed's dual mandate is to keep inflation low. The main cure for soaring inflation is higher interest rates, which slows the economy. With the recession looming, make sure you do your part by saving, paying off debt, and buying stocks and assets during this time. I hope you enjoyed our top 10 What is a Recession and how it affects me. Please leave a comment below for any recession tip you think we missed. Do not forget to subscribe to the Top 10 Jaw-Dropping Facts channel. And new episodes release every Monday through Friday.